Eeny, miny, mo. Which one do I take to the show? Hey, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to drive the Colorado Bison. Yes, I've been living in the Colorado... No, I've been living in the HD Bison. I get them all confused. That's a Bison, but it's an HD 2500. This is a Bison, but it's a Colorado. So what am I doing? I'm going to get it in my truck and head up to Sam's Club today. It's between Sam's, Costco, What Do You Do? And the kids actually been driving this thing here lately, working out of it. But I'm going to drive it today, but it's such a challenge. So incredible how this Colorado is more challenging to get into than the HD. If you look at HD, you'd think just from this distance how big this is. But I figured it out. What happens is when you're getting in and out of this truck, the seat, it's the headroom. So when you launch yourself up into this, in the HD truck, you're already kind of getting in the truck. You have to squat down. So you have to bend down to get into this truck. And that's what makes it much more difficult to get in and out of this than the HD. And the step is a little higher. The step is just a little higher on this vehicle versus that one. And Burr, it's actually a cold day. So even though we've had a really incredibly cold winter, it's incredible on how you get fooled on how you think now it's going to be a balmy, warmy 50-degree day. But it's cold. Right now it's 52 degrees out. And I had to go put on more layers of clothes. I had to go put more layers of clothes on and a hat on because it's a cold air. Even though it's 50s, but here's my kid. My kid cracks me up because she turns off. This drives me nuts. You have to turn on the auto to properly control the temperature of your vehicle. It's incredible how many people spend extra money for the auto feature in your car because then it literally makes the car the proper temperature like your house. Oh my gosh, this isn't it, everybody. So heading up to Costco into Colorado, just figured I'd do some yabba dabba doing talking time. But yeah, if you look at my channel, the Disappearing Act, if you look at my channel, the driveway has totally been cleaned out. And but I still have a lot of cars. So the thing is, it's not like I still don't have. Let's see, they've got the Challenger in the garage. We've got the Mustang in the garage. You got the Camaro, there's 3. Then we got this here is 4. Then we got the Ram is 5. Then we got the Charger over there, 6. The Jeep Gladiator, 7. The Bison, 8. The Grand Wagoneer, 9. The Race Truck, 10. The Blazer, the kid's in, 11. The wife's in the Grand Cherokee, 12. And Brian's in the Lightning, so 13. So I still have 13 vehicles. Yeah, I still have 13 vehicles, which that's a lot of money. Man, that's a lot of money going out the door every month. And yeah, if I had any brains, yeah, I don't have any brains. If you watch my channel long enough, you figured that out probably when you first started watching my channel. But the whole point is, yeah, should I have, I mean, ideally, it would always be good for me to have at least 2 work vehicles, if not 3. Really, preferably 3 work vehicles. And then on the personal side, just like 2 vehicles. But then I got to take care of my wife. And so there's another vehicle. So you're already at 3, and 6. And the kid wants her vehicle. So there's 7. And that's just now keeping it very bare minimum. So just bare minimum, I would have like 7 vehicles, bare minimum, if not 8. And in today's world, you know, that's extremely expensive. And now with Donald Trump going to the tariff, 25% tariff, I can, you know, for me, wow, I pushed all these repossessions so far out. I just pushed them and pushed them and pushed them, thinking, man, there's just a glimmer of hope. Something will change. Something will happen that'll buy me some more time to get my act back together and not take these horrendous hits on the value of these vehicles and deficiencies. And here's the thing. If Donald Trump's 25% tariff really does stay in effect, this is huge, everybody. There was a guy on the news this morning at a local Ram dealership, and the individual was just trying to get my gate open. It doesn't end, man. Fight. It's always a fight. This doesn't work. Why? Oh my gosh. So I got this gate opener. I can't get out of my property. Oh my gosh. My gate doesn't work. Oh, well, you know why? This thing's not programmed. It doesn't end, man. Is there another one up here? No. I gotta go back to shop. It just doesn't end. Oh my gosh, I can't get the hell out of here, man. It's such a pain in the ass. You know, it's so ridiculous. Where the hell is the home link on a $60,000 frickin' vehicle? It is the worst. It's a joke. For Chevrolet out, a bunch of dumbass, cheap asses, you don't put a home link system in a $60,000 vehicle. I mean, it's just disrespectful. It's stupid as shit. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yeah, anyway, so here's the point I was trying to make here a few minutes ago. Not getting stuck on my damn property, can't even get out of the damn driveway because of the gate. Is if the 25% tariff really goes into effect, oh my gosh, man, I've been screwed royally in all the value of my trades. It's so bad. Because here's a guy at a Ram dealership talking to a reporter this morning on the news that he had a customer just order an $80,000 Ram truck. And it hasn't been built yet. So he's point blank telling the reporter, if the 25% tariff really takes in place, like they're saying it is, this guy will have a 25% increase in his price of his truck. So, but for me, I think that isn't so accurate. I don't think they're going to put 25% on MSRP. The manufacturer's going to put 25%, my guess, on the cost of building it. But I really don't know. I mean, for the hell of it, the fact is they charge you 25% on top of the MSRP of the markup of the truck, that's ridiculous. That's beyond believable. If that's the case, that guy now, his truck is now going to be $97,500. $17,500 more if my math is right. I could be off on that, but at least $17,000 more for the exact same truck instantly. Well, if that's factual, first of all, the guy probably won't do the deal. Number two, all the wholesale, resale of used vehicles, those numbers are going to appreciate. So everybody's used car probably just had a 10 to 20% value increase, which means for me and all those vehicles I gave up, a lot of them would have probably brought $5 or $10,000 more in the market, which would then have changed a whole different ballgame for me on discrepancies. So, you know, once again, last year I was just pushing and pushing and pushing as far as I could go without having to give those cars up, and eventually I'd forget it. So what a joke. And if this does play out, once again, for me as an individual, I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't see how Donald Trump thinks this is going to work. If you're in a market for a new car today, and you just found out your car was price increased anywhere from $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, I mean, are you really gonna buy that car? Or are you gonna pull back and say, screw this? And you're probably gonna say, let me find a used car. So the used car market may become a hot item again. Or the next thing you better do, you better run out as fast as possible and buy a built car that's not going to be impacted by the tariffs, which that could be a whole other ball game. That all these car dealerships see a huge influx of people buying up cars left and right now because they don't want to pay these huge tariffs. That's a whole other variable where all these car dealerships, motorcycle dealerships, everybody, their brother, can see a heyday again because of the tariffs. So it's a good, bad thing. It's a short run. Gotta call. Yeah, so here we go. You know, here comes the pandemic. You know, under Donald Trump, it's incredible if you really think about it. Under Donald Trump, the craziness has been among him. Because in his last year of his presidency, the pandemic came in, and for the record, the car industry exploded of car sales. The boat industry exploded of boat sales. The motorcycle industry exploded of motorcycle sales. What else? You know what? Oh, the gas prices went to the zero because nobody was driving around anymore. So energy became very, very cheap. And the run to clean out all the Costco's and Sam's of the toilet paper, the paper towels, the bottled water, it went through the roof. So you think it through. If the tariffs are really happening to everybody, if tariffs are really, really happening, you better go out and start buying things that are already on the shelf instead of waiting for the restock. Wow. Wow. What do you do? What do you do when you have a dirty Chevy Colorado? You take it to the local car wash place and get it cleaned up. You know, this little car wash place stays very, very active. People are always rolling in and rolling out to get their car cleaning. As I try to get in with all the traffic here, but you know what I want to do? I want to go by Leesburg Dodge up the street when I'm done here. And I want to go in and get the hear it from the horse's mouth of really what's going on. And if you better run out as soon as possible and get yourself a vehicle before the tariff hits the new car you want to buy a few months from now. So let's get in here and see if they read my tag or what they do. It's always a challenge. I have so many cars, but I have like 4 accounts and I'm paying like $150 a month for me to have the privilege to come here and get my car clean. It's like $35 a month. All right, that guy was cool. He just went ahead and lets me share my other accounts, which that's cool because the thing is, I come up here about once or twice a month on average for a select few vehicles. So if you really think about it, if I was spending $150 a month, and even I was to use 10 cars in total, which I would say that would be on the high side, but if I did, that's $15 a car. So it's kind of worth it in some ways. But if I only bring up 4 or 5 cars, I mean, I'm not spending $30, $40 a month for what? Yeah. All right, time to go through and do our thing. Get the car truck like look nice and pretty. And here we go on an easy pasture. Now, so many years ago, I'd never do this. It really wasn't until this local car wash opened up that I was impressed with how it did a pretty good job cleaning the car that I kind of got addicted to taking the car to the car wash. But man, for years and years and years, I would never take my car to the car wash. But as you get older in life, it's just like, man, and all the hours. In the winter months, it just destroys your hands. My hands would just be like so, it just dries out the skin like you can't believe. Man, it's just so much work anymore. All the car tricks I have, you know what? At the end of the day, when you learn about owning cars and trucks, when you take the trade them in, if you think that your perfectly pristine car is going to get you $10,000 more for your car, nope. Will it get you an extra few hundred, maybe $1,000? Maybe. I'm the guy that turns in cars with little to no mileage on them. It doesn't matter. It's still categorized. The guy that drives it for a year puts 10,000, 15,000 miles on it, even though my car may only have 2,000 or 3,000 miles on it. So once again, I wouldn't want to take my Camaro here. I'm not really excited about bringing my Gold Rush here. Not excited about bringing my Mustang here. But when it comes to other just everyday vehicles, who cares? And some people are like, no, you can't do that. It's gonna scratch the paint. You scratch the paint when you wipe it down with your terry cloth towel if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. I'm not lying. Hey, it smells all nice and pretty. Now, one thing down there in Florida near my dad's house, I like their car wash setup better. They actually have where they spray your tires with tire shine as you're going through the car wash. Yeah, their system has actually a spinner that sprays your tires. And it does a decent job, not a great job. But really what's nice about down there is you can then go to your own area and vacuum out your car and wipe down your car without having to sit in line here. You have to wait for these guys to wipe down your car. I mean, this car wash just doesn't have the room to do that. But I mean, down there near my dad's house, if you watch my videos down in Florida, it's so much nicer to be able to get out of your truck, vacuum it out, wipe it down yourself, take the time to finally kind of detail yourself. It's really much more enjoyable. Right after I get done here, I'm going over to Dulles Dodge, and I'm walking the door, and I'm going to say, I want to hear from the horse's mouth, not the horse's ass, what the hell's going on, And is it important for you to go buy a car today instead of tomorrow? If the tariffs really, does Trump really save the tariff? All right, everybody, here we go. Let's go check out Dulles Dodge. What the hell is this thing? They get in the RV business. That thing's not too shabby. Pretty cool, right? So how's their inventory? I mean, the thing is, you know, if a dealership is loaded up on a lot of inventory, you know, it's quiet, but it's a Tuesday. So Tuesdays are usually a slower day of the week. But we got to go in. We got to see what's going on at Leesburg Dodge. Now, all right, everybody. The moment of truth as we go into Dulles Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, Mercedes-Benz, RV. It's everything day. Kia, Subaru. And where are I want to know from the horse's mouth right now if the 25% tariff. I want to know right now from the horse's mouth, not the horse's ass, if the 25% tariff is really going to play out.
I believe so.
So for anybody right now that wants to buy a car, would it be advantageous to buy a car that's sitting in a showroom today? Or do you order one and you pay 25% more for the car?
Right now.
Is that possibly going to play out?
You should buy it right now.
So, is it 25% of the MSRP or 25% of the manufacturer's cost? Do you even know?
Probably like 30%.
How much?
30.
30?
Because the cost is going up by 25. They're going to add more onto it, so about 30%.
So a guy that looks at a $50,000 car sitting in your showroom today, once that's built and shipped later on with a tariff on it, that car is going to be now $65,000. No doubt in your mind. If Trump holds the line. Do you think he'll hold the line? Really? Wait, come on. So wouldn't everybody be flocking right now to the dealership, like the pandemic, to buy a car because you're not going to be able to get a car for a deal anymore?
Sooner or later it happened.
I mean, I think you guys are getting ready to have a hell of a run once it sets in.
Yes.
I mean, if you're on the edge of buying a car right now, you'd be a fool not to come buy a car right now before you're going to pay a lot of money. But then once it all settles, the dust settles, you have to honestly tell me, man, the people are going to disappear. I mean, people are going to be like, I can't afford that. The truck that was $80,000 is now $100,000. I mean, you're just going to see the crowd thin out.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to have an explosion of a heyday of present inventory, but I think you're going to get killed afterwards.
That's car business.
You're used to that, aren't you? All right, so here is the predictions from one of the key individuals at Leesburg Dulles Dodge. So the message to everybody in the local area is to do what?
What was that?
I said the message to anybody in the local area.
Buy now.
Buy now. There you go. Where's Sam?
Oh, he's saying buy now.
Sam is in here. Sam, the man.
What's up,
Sam, the man, is in here. And I'm telling everybody on my YouTube channel, if you're going to buy a car, you better buy a car like right now. Because starting next month through the next month, oh my gosh, have you ever thought there was the Vaseline treatment? Did it just happen with Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You think it's going to happen?
Well, supposedly it's in effect. Now, does he ride it? Does he ride it?
Yeah.
Does he ride it? That's what is it a bluff?
Yeah.
Is it a bluff?
Starts now, right?
It starts today.
I'm gonna raise
Today.
all the prices. Today.
On
On to my cars. Yeah.
No, wrong. You want to be telling everybody right now, because of the 25% tariff, you better get any car you can off the lot, off my lot, because you're going to save yourself 25%.
Right off the bat.
And you're probably going to save even more of that because we'll have incentives to help you get another car. And so you could probably have a 35 or 40% discount. Wow. So the pandemic, the re-thing of the pandemic, where everybody showed up to buy a car because they didn't think they would get one again, that should start happening like now. Round two. But the only downside is once the craziness and the dust settles, you clean out all your 25 to 35% less priced cars and all the new tariff ones show up, ooh, you may be playing a lot more golf and going to the beach more than you realize. Yeah, I mean, seriously. So it's going to be like the heyday, you're loving life. See, all of a sudden, this sucks. I mean, come on. Can our economy really sustain this? I mean, I can't see it, man. What is Trump doing? I mean, oh my gosh. But you know, it would be a heyday. This is where the gig would be great. So he does it for 60 to 90 days. You move out all your inventory, and then he takes it away.
That's what he said. I talked to him yesterday.
Okay, so there you go. But now people have no urgency to come here. You can't say that. This is the whole. This is not live yet. But this is the whole game you got to play. We scare the hell out of everybody. They run down dealership because they're going to save so much money. But 90 days later, they take it away. So what did you do for it? Right? That's the gig.
Switcheroo.
Car sales.
Switcheroo. Right? Take the deal. All right. So that's it. For now, I'm going to cut this video off right now, but you're getting the lowdown right now from Dulles Dodge. Come see Sam. Come see Jimmy. Come see Greg, because they're going to give you a hell of a deal on a car that's in stock today.
Yes, sir.
Right. There you go. All right. Enough of the ruckus. I'm leaving. That guy's leaving too. Yeah, so the question is, the 25% increase, is it really 25% of the whole vehicle or just selected part? There's a whole other variable on these pricing. Is it actually 25%, or is it just going to be 25% increase on the selected parts that maybe come from other parts from Canada and Mexico, or is it because the vehicle is built in Mexico? So there's a lot of variables here, but I would have to say if the vehicle is built in Mexico, then it's going to be a 25% tariff. I was just talking to Sam in there about that. Whew, wow. Yeah, so if you're on the fence to get a car, new one, I think you'd be seriously weighing your options. All right, onward we go. Now, I did ask him how things are going, and definitely a very tough February. So are things slow? Yes, they are. Now, for this dealership here, they have 10 heavy-duty Ram trucks. And they got plenty, I think they get a decent amount of 1500s. They're not heavy on the heavy duty series. So if you're a heavy duty guy, then you may want to make sure you look into your inventory in your local area of what you want. Wow. Can you believe what's going on? Even for me as a person, it's just hard to believe that really Trump is really going to enforce 25% tariff on these vehicles. I mean, I just think, what is he going to accomplish? Besides, I think it's going to be hardships. Wow. And here he is at Costco for the cheapy gas. Now, the barrel of oil is going down, everybody, so the $2 gas is possibly on our doorstep. It's possible. Back again for more doggy food and other goodies. Doesn't it? Costco, that's what keeps them business. Just keep on eating, everybody. And wow, only $119 a day. Amazing, right? 2 bags of dog food on sale, bed, bug, rug, whatever you want to call it, dog bed. It's just always about spending money, everybody. Doesn't end. Oh my goodness, man. It's incredible how much time you spend going to the store. I know I could be smarter and probably just have stuff delivered. But maybe that's smart. Not really. But I got my lemonade, I got my sundae, and a hot dog for like $3 and some odd cents. You can't beat that. Can you? When you go to Costco. You know what's incredible is yesterday I went and got the McDonald's sundae, and it's probably a third smaller, and it's like $5. I'll have to double check that, but I remember adding that to my meal yesterday. My meal seemed to be like $5 more. So for the record, when you go to McDonald's, even though half the time they don't have the ice cream you want, the reality is the Sunday is probably a third smaller than a Costco, but most people don't have Costco's near them. So, but I was like, wow, that's a dinky Sunday. But in all reality, better off for me. Not to eat more, eat less. But now it's warmed up, so now I'm overdressed. This lady here, see that right there? I saw her, but she didn't see me. And she's cutting through the parking spots. Who knows those stories? There's my good friend Tim. He's been doing that there for like 20 years. He worked at Home Depot. But I tell you what, the winter months, when you have these really cold days, this area is just so cold because of the way the mountain is over there. All that heavy air comes right over that mountain, and it's a direct hit up here, so it's very, very windy. And a Colorado day, put some gas in her. Now we're going to get up the road here, do my thing if I can get out of here without getting hit in the shopping center. And we're back to the compound. The Ice Age compound, that is. All right, everybody, that's it. I'm done at yabba dabbing for now. Got too many other things to do. More projects. You know, yesterday, or I should say this morning, I ran out of fuel. So last night, I didn't know I was so low. So this morning, it was actually cold. Woke up this morning about 60 degrees in the trailer because last night I should have checked this. So, anyways, nothing radical, but you got to take this top off to switch the valve. And there we go. Put this back on. But I like sharing antics, ideas, and views. So stay tuned for more adventures on Ice Age TV.